in partnership with CommSec.
Joining us from CommSec now is Tom Piotrowski. Tom, when we had the CPI data drop yesterday, the markets in the ASX 200 went up, but then overnight they came back down again. What's going on?
Yes, it's I suppose that's the nature of prices, Kenny. They bump around a little bit depending on what the influence was. And the situation that you described yesterday was the market celebrating the continued move lower for inflation. But the important thing here is that these are just monthly numbers. The quarterly figures will be probably more influential in terms of the outlook for interest rates. But nonetheless, the market's hopes for a rate cut in February firm because of that moderation in inflation yesterday. And that was what was supporting equity markets, the ASX 200 moving to a 4-week high. However, sadly, this morning we'll be returning much of that improvement. The futures are telling us that we will kick off with a loss of around 0.6% at this stage. We've still got about an hour and a bit to go in the US session. So at this stage, prices on Wall Street are fairly steady. There has been a selling pulse, but it's being contained. At this stage, we've got the Nasdaq down by 0.25%. The S&P 500 is just in positive territory. The point to make is that there's still that grinding higher of interest rates when it comes to long-dated government bonds that's creating the headwinds for stocks in general. There was an example of that in Europe as well last night. But that's the thing to highlight. And the ultimate catalyst for that this week will be the US employment report, which is released on Friday. But nonetheless, last night we tended to see a stabilisation of that equation. As far as things to look out for today, we've seen oil prices sell off by more than 1% on the back of a build in US oil inventories, so that will likely put energy stocks under pressure at the outset. And we've seen commodity prices hold up reasonably well, notwithstanding oil, given the fact that the US dollar has risen by more than 1% last night. And again, that has created more downward pressure for the Aussie dollar, which is trading closer to 62.1 US cents at the moment, Kenny.
Thanks, Tom. We'll talk to you again soon.